Hello everyone, welcome back to Rice Finance here. In today's video, I'm going to show you if you guys can afford a Tesla or how much money you will need to actually buy yourselves a Tesla. And let's dive right into it. In this video, I specifically went through each Tesla model and I only picked the full self-driving capability because let's be honest, no one's getting a Tesla without the full self-driving capability. But I didn't go with the enhanced autopilot or any other features that it comes with. So these are purely just for the plain basic Tesla of the model with the full self-driving capability. So let's dive on into the numbers. So first, let's dive into the Model 3, which appears to be the most base model of the Teslas. It appears to be the cheapest, the more cost efficient, and the one that most people could probably afford. So right off the bat, it's going to be roughly $1,400 a month. Actually, even more than that, almost roughly $1,500 a month. So we have a rule in place. I have a rule in place. You don't really want to be getting a car unless if it's 30% less than what your after taxes income is, and it's less than 3 years. You don't want to be really playing with the years because then you're stuck in a long-term lease. And even though that minimum payment could go down, you're paying a heck of a lot in interest on the loan. And you don't really want to be getting a car that's over 30% of your income. You could actually check out a video I did on budgeting. You don't want to be spending over that extra amount of money that you are saving. In my previous video, I went over that. You guys could take a look into that video. But you don't want to be spending over than that saving amount because then obviously you're in the negative. But just for now, let's go through the cars in order. So the Model 3, it's going to roughly cost you the $1,500, like I said. And the 33 rule means that you need roughly $5,000 or $60,000 after taxes. So that's crazy. That's going to be roughly anywhere around $70,000. $76,000 you need to be making a year just to afford the cheapest model, the Model 3 base model, without any added cool features that are in it. $76,000 before taxes. That's crazy. But we're not really done yet, because one thing I didn't even get to mention is I also did some estimating on car insurance, car depreciation, charging, and these are just basically I did the bare minimum of essentially car insurance, car depreciation, and charging. I mean, these are if you barely drive at all, but let's be honest, most of you guys are going to be charging. So just for this Model 3, you're looking at around $1,800 a month with bare driving. Now that's crazy. I mean, that's upwards of around 80 grand a year you guys are going to have to be making before taxes just to be able to afford this. And again, that's not even counting any of your rent, you know, if you have to pay rent or car or anything else. I mean, you have to take into account if you could even afford something like this. And the same thing goes for the Model. Now let's dive into the Model X, or the same thing goes into the Model Y. I mean, not the Model X. The Model Y is a little bit more pricey, but you're looking at somewhere along the line of before taxes, $84,000. $84,000 that you're going to have to be spending, that you're going to have to be making in order to even think about affording a Model Y. And it just goes up from there. Model X or Model S, it's going to be $134,000 before taxes. And even more than that, $142,000 for the Model X. These are crazy numbers, guys. Honestly, the average amount that people make in this country is around 40 to 50 grand a year. To be making this kind of amount, it's almost impossible to buy yourself a Tesla. I wouldn't even recommend thinking of buying a Tesla unless if you're way above or at these numbers, making these numbers a year. And even then, you still need to factor in all the depreciation, the charging of it, the electric bill. Your electric bill is going to go up a lot. So all these are added incomes that you just don't really know about. I highly recommend that you stick to this 33 rule. Yes, you could extend the term of the lease. Yes, you could, maybe put 40% of your income down. But again, you're risking going into debt. And debt is one thing that the average household American does not want to go into, because you want to be ahead of all these other people. You don't want to be sitting there working at McDonald's at age 70 because you can't retire now because you put all your money into a Tesla. I highly recommend that you guys, before you think about buying a Tesla, you think about making some added income. And I would rather you take this income, instead of buying some sort of a Tesla, buy a cheap car and invest it, because your future is going to be more important. Because when you could retire at age 50, is it really going to matter what car you drove? No, not really. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. I hope that this video was helpful, and I hope that this gave you some insight on whether or not you could buy or afford a Tesla. Thank you guys for watching. Take care. Bye.